In 1977, two peculiar sounds were recorded deep beneath the ocean. These sounds had an extremely low frequency but a massive amplitude. The U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, detected them on their radar. What made these sounds even more intriguing was that they were recorded on radars located 5,000 kilometers apart. After calculations, it was determined that these sounds originated from a very remote part of the South Pacific Ocean. These mysterious sounds were dubbed the Bloop, and extensive research began to uncover their source. Initially, it was believed that these sounds must have come from a massive sea creature, as nothing else seemed capable of producing such loud noises. However, extensive exploration of this part of the ocean revealed no evidence of any such creature. For years, speculation continued, with some suggesting that a gigantic, unknown marine life form might be lurking in the depths. In 2012, NOAA revised their statement, attributing the sounds to glacial movements, specifically, the cracking and movement of icebergs. Despite this explanation, the true nature of these sounds remains a mystery, leaving many questions unanswered. Interestingly, the exact location where these sounds were recorded has become the center of a unique activity. This remote point in the South Pacific Ocean is known as the oceanic pole of inaccessibility, or more commonly, Point Nemo. It is the furthest point from any landmass, with the nearest land being about 2,688 kilometers away, in Antarctica. The closest inhabited land is Chile, 3,334 kilometers away, and New Zealand lies 4,700 kilometers in the opposite direction. Due to its extreme remoteness, Point Nemo is considered one of the most isolated and desolate places on Earth. In fact, the closest humans to Point Nemo are often the astronauts aboard the International Space Station, who pass over the area 400 kilometers above the Earth. Despite its isolation, Point Nemo serves a critical purpose. It has become the designated spacecraft cemetery where decommissioned satellites, spacecraft, and rocket parts are deliberately brought down to rest in the ocean's depths. Before the discovery of Point Nemo, satellites were decommissioned in remote oceanic or land areas. But why is it necessary to crash satellites? And how are they precisely directed to this remote location? Satellites and spacecraft, despite their sophisticated construction and millions of dollars in investment, have a limited lifespan. Similar to how products have expiration dates, these space objects also have a designated end of life. After this point, they must be carefully decommissioned to avoid uncontrolled re-entry into Earth's atmosphere, which could pose significant risks. In 1978, a Soviet satellite, Cosmos 954, experienced a malfunction and lost contact with its base. It remained in orbit for some time but eventually re-entered Earth's atmosphere uncontrollably, scattering radioactive debris over northern Canada. This incident highlighted the dangers of uncontrolled re-entry, particularly with nuclear-powered satellites. To prevent such incidents, engineers now meticulously calculate the deorbit process. When a satellite or spacecraft is ready to be decommissioned, thrusters are used to adjust its trajectory, guiding it toward Point Nemo. As these objects enter the Earth's atmosphere at speeds of around 15,000 km per hour, the intense friction causes them to heat up to around 3,000 degrees Celsius, often burning up, before reaching the ocean. However, any remaining debris typically falls harmlessly into the vast, uninhabited expanse of Point Nemo. Discovered in 1992 by a Canadian engineer using mathematical calculations, Point Nemo is so remote that even its discoverer has never visited it. The Russian Space Agency was the first to use this location for deorbiting the Mir space station in 2001. Since then, other space agencies have followed suit, making Point Nemo the final resting place for over 260 spacecraft. Soon, the International Space Station is also expected to be decommissioned at Point Nemo, as its operational life is projected to end by 2030. Point Nemo, derived from the Latin word meaning no one, is aptly named, as no humans or marine life reside there, and even ships rarely pass through this isolated area. If a ship were to encounter trouble here, help would be weeks away, and only a few specialized helicopters in the world could cover the vast distance to reach it. Despite its desolation, Point Nemo holds great interest for the scientific community. Future explorations could potentially uncover more secrets, including the true origins of the mysterious bloop sounds recorded in 1977. This enigmatic location continues to captivate imaginations, blending scientific intrigue with the allure of the unknown.